I think he identified with them somewhere in himself. He understood something quite profound, and Black people knew that he did.
He ended up being somebody that was the most effective attorney general maybe ever in terms of promoting civil rights.
Bobby really said, look, we got to do this. We got to make this happen. We got to go all in with these people because this country is not going to be anything if we don't go all in with them.
Bobby expanded the Civil Rights Division at the Department of Justice. He demanded that government recruit more Black employees. And he convinced his brother, the president, that civil rights was the defining domestic issue of their times.
This nation was founded by men of many nations and backgrounds. It was founded on the principle that all men are created equal, and that the rights of every man are diminished when the rights of one man are threatened.
He and his enemy, Lyndon Johnson, collaborated on getting that bill passed. Johnson couldn't have done it without Bobby, and Bobby couldn't have done it without a Southerner like Johnson backing it.
He stayed there mostly for the Civil Rights Act of '64 and wanted to pass that. And when that passed in July, he started thinking about the next step.
Bobby resigned as Attorney General in September 1964, shortly after announcing his bid for the Senate seat of New York. Finally, he was launching a political career of his own.
Ultimately, he decides that he wants to continue in public service, but he wants to do so in a new way, and he needs to do it on his own steam.
He struggled a little bit. He understood how to be the guy behind the guy. He didn't understand how to be the candidate. He talked a lot about his brother. He used some of the same gestures as his brother. And in a lot of ways, I think he saw that campaign as a way to honor his brother's legacy. And some of his aides were telling him, you have to speak your own mind.
It wasn't until the middle of that campaign, when it looked like he could be the first Kennedy ever to lose an election, that Bobby started pulling it together.
On November 3rd, 1964, Lyndon Johnson was re-elected president in a landslide. That same day, Bobby Kennedy won his race in New York.
He believed that poverty was one of the biggest problems that the United States had been experiencing. So he started to look at ways to affect that.
Bobby Kennedy set up a model program, a model anti-poverty program in a place called Bedford-Stuyvesant, the biggest ghetto in America in Brooklyn, New York, just outside of Manhattan. That became the model for Lyndon Johnson's famous war on poverty. No senator was more effective in promoting an end to poverty and an end to racial injustice than Bobby Kennedy.